Cory Booker, during his 25-hour record-breaking Senate speech Monday night, March 31st to Tuesday night, April 1st, described the current state of America as a crisis and emphasized that these are not normal times in America and they should not be treated as such. Booker's statement was dismissed as pathetic whining by MAGA cheerleader Sean Hannity, but it leads Democrats to a question. Are we on the brink of an American Armageddon, an American apocalypse? Will the policies of the current president bring a depression raining down upon us and spreading like a tidal wave across the world economy? Is our current president, like Samson, pulling away the pillars on which our prosperity is based? Or is he clearing the ground for new pillars that will reach even greater heights? Here's a clue. Tuesday morning, April 1st at 10 a.m., the Bureau of Labor Statistics issued its JOLTS report, its Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey. The interpretations of that report were immediate and pitted the White House against the Democratic media. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, which speaks for the Trump administration, said everything was just fine. Things were little changed. Nothing to look at here. But CNN, speaking to the liberal community, said, quote, extreme fear is driving the U.S. market. Job opportunities are shrinking, and layoffs in the federal government just hit their highest level in 4 years. CNN went on to report that U.S. employers pulled back on their hiring plans last month. The number of job openings, a measurement of labor market demand, fell to 7.57 million in February. Actually, things were worse than that. Yes, in February 2025, there were nearly 7.6 million job openings, and that sounds like a lot, but that's a decrease of 877,000 compared to February 2024, when there were 8.8 million job openings. In other words, in the first month of the Trump administration, there were nearly 1 million less jobs than there had been in the Biden administration. But let's turn the analysis of the new Bureau of Labor Statistics survey back over to CNN, which quotes Elizabeth Renter, NerdWallet's senior economist, saying that uncertainty across the broad economy will hold hiring at lower levels. She means the uncertainty being precipitated upon us by what Democrats see as the wildly gyrating policies of the current president. CNN quotes Alison Srivastava, an economist at the Indeed Hiring Lab, explaining that businesses need strong signals about the economy in order to feel comfortable in hiring, investing, and expanding. However, in recent weeks, the messaging around tariffs has only added to uncertainty. In other headline stories, CNN also reports that it's a bloodbath, massive wave of job cuts underway at U.S. health agencies. Americans haven't been this worried about rising unemployment since 2009. Recession odds are rising as Trump's trade war escalates. And the American consumer is on the ropes. Tariffs and anxiety could deliver the knockout blow. Just what would be the knockout blow? A depression that lasts 10 years, like the Great Depression of 1929 to 1939. Which many blamed on, guess what? Tariffs. But economist Alison Srivastava is right when she says the messaging around tariffs has only added to uncertainty. In other words, the real blows to the economy will come in response to the tariffs Donald Trump announced at 4 p.m., April 2nd, in the Rose Garden. These are blows that even Donald Trump foresees when he says, quote, there will be some pain. In other words, we will all have to undergo a little agony before prosperity comes raining down from the skies and we all become rich. The blows will come as the world adjusts to President Trump's new tariffs. Tariffs that are gigantic. What did the president say about all this? April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again. But will the result of the new tariffs be the opposite? Has the American Armageddon arrived? Not quite yet, but we shall have to see. This is Howard Bloom, speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make, or, want to know why? Ask how. And now for this new insidious, sleazy, slinky little off button. There, I've got it.